The biggest issue in our life today is the distractions going on around us all the time. There are so many things distracting you from your path that you don't even notice it. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to stop those distractions and put yourself in a mode which allows you to not even get distracted at all.
And we're talking about Monk Mode. Just before we get into today's video, we wanted to let you guys know that we are looking for an editor.
So if you have any background in video editing and want to work with us, make sure to hit us up. Check out the email here or in the description and send us some of your samples, and then we can work from there together.
Now, if we were to break that up into two separate words that they are, it's literally monk and mode. And what do those mean exactly? Now, the definition of a monk is a man who is part of a religious community who lives under obedience. And mode is just a manner of how things are done. So essentially, monk mode is a period of time where you could sit down and focus on exactly what the task that you want to be doing. You're going to be locked in and focused on all of the goals that you want to achieve.
So the first thing you should do is set a time frame. Ideally, you want it to be at least for 30 days because that's where habits are built from. They say it takes at least 21 days to build a habit. So for extra, we say add an extra week for 30 days. So at least you can say you've done it for a month. But at the same time, you don't want this to be too long. You don't want it to overextend, because what happens is you overgo it and you won't have the same determination to complete the challenge if it's too long. So anywhere between 1 to 6 months max is ideal for you.
Now, if this is your first time ever doing something like this, we always recommend you guys to start small. It is always better to start doing 30 days, 21 days, however much it is, but something that is a lot shorter than the 6-month period. It's a lot easier for people to commit, and it's more likely that you will to finish it. That way you can reap the benefits out of it and not fail.
And when you say it to someone, when you say 30 days, it doesn't sound like a long time, even though it is quite a long period of time. You can build a good habit, but 30 days doesn't sound like a lot. But when you say 6 months, 99% of people already zone out and say, oh, that's way too long. I can't keep that habit going for that long. So keep it short and minimal. So this way you get the best outcomes. So what sort of things should you include during your monk mode?
Idealistically, there should be the main focus of your entire monk mode, and that should be removing distractions. And if that's not a possibility, then remove yourself from the distraction. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, removing distractions might be sometimes difficult, so it might be easier to remove yourself from the distractions. That's why I've included both of those on that same list. Now, removing distractions such as your phone or your friends might be difficult at first because you're so dependent on them. They're constantly hitting you up, intertwined in your lives. So it's just best to remove yourself from that environment, so that way that doesn't happen. The circumstances doesn't show up. So what I recommend is just that you don't put yourself in that environment so the situation doesn't arise.
So during this period of time, you cannot be intoxicating yourself, whether that's through any forms of smoking, drinking, or any type of drugs. Anything that can possibly hinder your performance, you should not participate doing. That also includes consuming adult content. Previously, we discussed how important it is to not watch this in our older videos. So make sure to check out the link below or the pop-up banner as we go into full detail why you should not do this. So to get a quick idea of why you shouldn't be smoking or drinking is because it distracts you of the tasks that you need to do. Your mind will be focusing on things that are harmful to your body, and you don't want to put yourself at a disadvantage, because in life, time is of the essence and you don't want to waste any of it. So when you're wasting time by drinking and smoking, the after effect is much worse than you think. And since time is so valuable, you don't want to be just wasting it.
Now, what's the point of corrupting your mind and ruining everything that's going on inside of it? That's why it leads us exactly perfectly onto what I'm going to be discussing next and what you should be focusing on, and that's going to be meditating. If you meditate, you're going to get every single benefit that you wouldn't get by drinking, smoking, or consuming adult forms of content. It is extremely imperative that you do this at least 10 minutes every single day. If you do this for 30 days, like we said previously, you might not see the benefits at the 1st, 5th, or 7th, or 10th day. However, by the end of it, you will see it slightly. The effects of it are going to be exponential, and you will only realize how clear and peaceful your mind is and is calm and ready to work at the end of it. Now, meditation is extremely important in any successful person's life, no matter what journey they are on or what field they are in, whether that's in movies or in the sports or whether even successful entrepreneurs. Every single one of them is going to be meditating, and that helps them bring all of their ideas and thoughts together and become successful.
By spending 10 minutes a day just trying to organize your thoughts through the cluster that they're in, you can organize your thoughts and micromanage everything that you need to. It's like as if you were supposed to work in a messy room or a messy office. What work could you get done? Not the same output as you should. So everything should be tidy and well organized. And by spending 10 minutes a day managing your thoughts, you can process everything in which order you need to do. You can process the tasks in which order you must complete them. So this way you're ready for the day.
Your mind and body need to be in perfect harmony. You cannot expect yourself to produce any amount of good work if your mind is all messy. Ultimately, guys, the monk mode should be personalized for everyone. They need to be tailored individually, and the only person who can accurately do that is yourself. So we recommend that you guys get a couple of things that line up with your day and sort it out. Now, you need to set goals that line up with your field of work. Now, what I mean by that is whether if you work in, for example, fitness industry, you need to exercise more. You need to have a healthy diet. So you need to plan for those during your monk mode. Eating healthy and exercising more, stretching and helping with recovery. If you're in the music industry, then you should be practicing learning all of your notes, your theory and improvisation. You need to learn different types of music from different genres and also eras, so then you have an expanding knowledge of it.
To have a successful monk mode, you must fit it into that time frame as we discussed earlier. Because if the tasks are not individually picked for yourself and they don't benefit you in any way, shape or form, then why are you even doing them? So make sure you pick a time frame that you can stick to and tasks that actually can benefit you. If you have certain hobbies that you want to break out of, bad habits that you need to get rid of or break out of, then set those for yourself that you don't do in that time of period. So ultimately, this is a period of time that you set tasks for yourself to do certain things and to not do certain things. So pick those tasks wisely.
The reason why monk mode is so successful is because of the balance of work and life. You need to remember that this short period of time is going to be focused purely on work. You're going to be extremely dedicated to your craft, and after that, once you have accomplished all of it, then you could relax. Then you could enjoy everything that you worked for. So work hard for the dedicated period of time that you've set yourself, calling monk mode, and after that you could get your rest, which you have well deserved.
So I hope you enjoyed this video and make sure to stay tuned for more videos. Stay traditional.